third and short yardage. Prescott. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He's got time. He completes it to Bryant. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Des Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Bailey now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now back onto the field. Here comes the Cowboys defense. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score.
They flipped the field, essentially. And that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. And that's exactly what they accomplished.
Yeah, they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39! Green 39!
And the drive begins here with Sims. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
All right, here we go.
Again, they run with Sims. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete here on 3rd down. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that brings up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them the lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now Prescott, wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Let's go. What? Nine.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Fourth-round guy, and many thought that's about where he would go. But I think he's got some upside, right?
He can come right in and be what they call a core special teams player, play on all 4 phases of it, and have a chance to work his way into the lineup. I think a year or 2 down the road, they could have a solid starter.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
Here we go.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Here's Prescott. Bryant has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And Dez has got it. Dez Bryant for the Cowboy touchdown. Dez Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point try by Bailey. And it is now 21-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there at 22. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Cousins now from the 50. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Here we go now. Green 39.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now let's go. Green 30.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Des Bryant now, he gears up to help lead this offense again. And anytime a receiver's over 100 yards like he is, maybe the D coordinator scratching his head a little bit. If you're the D coordinator, what are you doing? Whatever he's not doing?
That's the best way to put it, but you have to treat him like the hot shooter in basketball, the guy that's just not missing. You run enough people at him to make him give up the ball in basketball. In this case, you've got to cover him with enough people that they throw the ball to someone else and make them beat you.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Looking to throw, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Now Prescott. And Bryant's got it over the middle. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Cut in left.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Cowboys with the ball midway through one. Williams by himself here, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. Cowboys up now by 7. Now 1st and 10, Claiborne's able to zero in on the QB here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. Fourth down at the 27. Prescott's on point with the throw. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. The Cowboys up by 2 touchdowns. 3rd down, inches to go. The completion will be made on the slant, and this play will go for 6. Cowboys go up by 21. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get back up to our nation's capital as we rejoin Brandon Guy.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world to this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now and hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
Brandon, we did watch him play well on tape last week, and it was a lot of fun to watch, and he put together some nice numbers, some really nifty plays, and he's doing it again this week. And what I'm seeing is the rest of his team starting to rise in confidence as well.
Rubbing off a little bit?
I think so, and I think that they're buying into him. They believe in him as their leader, which means that they're going to play better, try to make some better plays for him. I think we've seen that throughout this contest.
Those numbers certainly back you up. The 15 yards through the air and a first down. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here in my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked to him about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again.
And it's not bragging if you're doing it, right? Because that's exactly what he's told you, and he is getting it done. Smooth in the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
He's going to look deep down the field. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dez Bryant with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Play action. Cousins finding time. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down. Now let's go. Blue, land it.
3rd and long for Cousins. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can...
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dez Bryant with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Fresh set of downs here.
Double tight. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. All right, here we go.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And Reed with it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now let's go. Blue 90.
Now Cousins gives to Jones on the delay. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
Cousins. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Final minute now of the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Prescott throwing the slant pattern here, complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw is Prescott, surveying the field. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's brought down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Prescott on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So they're operating in the red zone.
Let's go!
A first down carry by Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Hey, we got 3 out. Come on, let's go!
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys add on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go now.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Taken in at the 11. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. Now Prescott. Playing with a catch right side. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Let's go!
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
3 down. Come on, let's go!
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Throwing. Prescott throws a quick hit. On the slant, that's complete. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. 4th down, Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. It'll be a gain of 9. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Well, Prescott here to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So another catch, more yards, and now enough yards to break the single-game record.
It seemed inevitable the way this game went that the yards record would fall, and we got to see it. We got to witness it, and the crowd is so excited to watch another NFL record fall.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Bryant has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield.
Here we go.
And now down to 14 as he spikes it to stop the clock. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
Heavy. Watch the backfield. Let's
One
go.
man in the backfield, Elliott. Now Prescott, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will.
Let's go.
So they're going to go for 2.
Double tight. Hard on. Five down. Stand up in. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man here, T.J. Jones. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic 1st down.
One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Here we go. We got green.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And the storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for Dallas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Landover.